Hello everyone, today we are going to solve O-Levels Paper 1 in a session May-June 2019, Paper 1-1. So let's begin with the first question. So in question number 1, A part, we need to evaluate this expression. So for this, we need to make the denominator same. So 9 times 5 is 45. Now we need to do a cross multiplication. 4 times 5 is 20. Plus 9 times 2 would be 18, and 20 plus 18 would be 38 out of 45. So the answer is 38 over 45. Now for the B part, we have addition and division. So here we are going to use a bad mass. So first we need to do a division and then addition. So let me simplify it. So it would be 1 plus, we can write down 0.6 as 6 over 10. Divide 0.02 would be 2 over 100. Now in the next step, we have to change the division sign into multiplication. So it would be 6 over 10 times the reciprocal of 2 by 100 is 100 over 2. Now we can do a cross multiplication. 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 3 is 6, 0 is cancelled with 0, and we are left with 1 plus. So we have 3 by 1 and 10 by 2. 3 by 1 times 10 by 1, sorry. So it would be 1 plus 3 times 10 would be 30, and 1 plus 30 would be equals to 31. So the simplified expression is 31. Now for question number 2, in the grids below, the number in each square is a sum of the two numbers immediately below it. The first grid, this grid has been completed for you. So this number is a sum of the two numbers immediately below it. So 7 plus 14 is 21, and 2 plus 5 is 7, and 5 plus 9 is 14. Okay, now complete the two grids below. Now for the first part, we need to complete it. So as we know that -3 plus -4 would be equals to -7. Okay, now for the B part, as we have this number, the sum of these two, so this number would be this one, subtract this. So we can do 3.04 subtract 0.63. So it would be 4 minus 3, this would be equals to 1. And here we are left with 2 and 10. 10 minus 6 is 4, and 2 minus 0 is 2. So the number is 2.41. Right? And for this one, we can subtract this minus this. So 0.63 subtract 0.55. So from 3 we can't take away 5. We are left with 5 over here and 13. So 13 minus 5 is 8. And 5 minus 5 is 0, and 0 minus 0 is again 0. So the answer is 0.08. Question number 3, write these numbers in order of size starting with the smallest. Okay, so as we can see, we have a square root of 17, and 17 is a prime number. So whenever we have a square root of a prime number, we are going to use a formula, square root of a plus b. We need to break that prime number into some perfect square plus the remaining number. This would be equals to square root of a plus b divides 2 times square root of a. Right, now let me break 17 into a perfect square. So the perfect square that is closer to 17 is 16. So it would be 16 plus 1. That makes 17. So a would be 16 and b would be 1, right? So a is square root of a, this is 16, plus b is just 1, dividing by 2, and then square root of 16. And as we know that square root of 16 is 4, plus 1 divides 2 times 4, right? And we have 2 times 4 is 8, and here we have 8 plus 4 plus 1 over 8. Okay, 8 times 4 is 32, plus 1 is 33 out of 8. Okay, so let me simplify what is 33 divides 8. So if I can do it over here, so we have 8 is outside, and we have 33. So 8 times 1 is 8, 8 times 2, 8 times 4 is 32. And when we subtract it, we will get 1 and put a decimal, 0, bring the 0 down. 8 times 1 is 8, and then subtract, we are left with 2, and so on. So this is basically 4.1 and something, right? So the square root of 17 is 4.1. This is 4, this is 4.5, and what is cube root of 63? So to find the cube root of 63, we are going to use a concept that we know that the cube root of 64 is basically equals to 4, because 4 times 4 times 4 would be equals to 64, and the cube root of 64 would be 4. So the cube root of 63 must be lower than the cube root of 64, because 64 is a bigger number as compared to 63. So cube root of 64 is greater than cube root of 63, and this would be equals to 4, and 4 is greater than cube root of 63. So this means this number must be less than 4. Right? Now let me arrange these numbers from smallest to largest. So 4.1, 4, 4.5, and this is lower than 4. So which one is the smallest? So the smallest one is cube root of 63. And then we have 4, then 4.1, that is square root of 17, and the highest is 4.5. Question number 4, in A part, write 0.09 as a percentage. So 0.09 is basically 9 over 100, and to convert it into percentage, we are multiplying by 100. So 100 is cancelled with 100, this is just 9%. Evaluate 75% of 3 by 4. Okay, so 75% is basically 75 divides 100 times 3 by 4. Right, now we can do 75 times 3. 75 times 3, 3 times 5 is 15, 3 times 7 is 21, plus 1 would be 22. So this would be 225 divides 100 times 4 would be 400. Okay, so let me divide it by 5. 5 times 4 is 20, and 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 8 is 40, and 0. Okay, now again dividing by 5, 5 times 9 is 45, 5 times 1 is 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 0, it would be 30, and 5 times 6 is 30. So this is equals to 9 out of 16. In question number 5, a glass is made by adding water to 20 milliliter of orange juice. Okay. In A part, Anna is making a glass of this drink. She uses 9 milliliter of water for every 1 milliliter of orange juice. Work out the volume of drink in this glass. Okay, so as we know that the drink is made up of water and orange juice. Okay, and she uses 9 milliliter of water for every 1 milliliter of orange juice. And a glass of drink is made by adding water to 20 ml of orange juice. So orange juice would be 20. So 1 times 20 gives you 20. And what would be the water? So 9 times 20, this would be the water. 9 times 20 is 180. 180 ml of water and 20 ml of orange juice. We need to find the volume of the drink. So the volume of a drink is basically the water and the orange juice. So 180 plus 20 would be 200 milliliter of is the volume of the drink. Now for the B part, Tariq has a bottle containing 2 liters of orange juice. Okay, as we know that 1 liter is equals to 1000 milliliter. So it means 2 liter has 2000 milliliters, right? He uses all the orange juice to make the glass of this drink, and one glass contained 20 milliliter of orange juice, and he is using 2000 milliliter. We need to work out the number of glasses that he made. So for the number of glasses for 2000 milliliter of orange juice is going to divide with 20 milliliter of orange juice. 0 is cancelled with 0. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 1 is 2, and double 0. So it would be equals to 100. So the number of glasses that he makes is 100. Question number 6, in A part, we need to evaluate this expression. So this would be 6 square is 36, and this would be 1 by 2. So 2 is cancelled with 2, so we are just left with 6. Now for the second part, we have 1 over 5 square. This would be equals to 1 divides 25. Now for the B part, we need to find the value of k. So if I can do a simplification, 2 square times 8 is basically 2 cube. 2 cube and whole power is 5 out of 3. This would be equals to 2 exponent k. Cube and 3 is cancelled. We are left with 2 power 2 times 2 power 5. This would be equals to 2 power k. When the bases are same, we can add the powers. So 5 plus 2 would be 7. So 2 power 7 would be equals to 2 power k. When the bases are same, we can compare the powers. So k would be equals to 7. Now question number 7. Yasmin swims at her local swimming pool. In A part, she pays $4.65 each time she visits the pool. Calculate the total amount of money she pays for 7 visits to the pool. For 7, we need to multiply this amount with 7, right? So 465 times 7. Let me do it before without the decimal sign. 7 times 5 is 35. 7 times 6 is 42, 43, 44, and 45. 7 times 4 is 28, 29, 30, 31, and 32. Okay, now we have 2 decimal point, so we have over here. So it would be $32.55. Now for the B part, on one visit he swims 40 lengths. Okay, so the number of lengths he swam on one visit, she swam is 40. The first length she swims is length 1, the second is length 2, and so on. She swims on her back on lengths which have numbers that are multiples of 4 or 5. Calculate the number of lengths that she swims on her back. Okay, we need to find the number of lengths, and those numbers must be multiple of 4 or multiples of 5. So first we need to write the multiples of 4 is 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. We have to stop at 40 because on one visit she swims 40 lengths. Now we need to write down the multiples of 5 and stop at 40. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40. Okay, now we need to find the total. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So the total would be 18. But we need to count the numbers without repetition. So we have a repeated number is 40. We need to count the 40 once. And the other repeated number is 20. We need to count the 20 just once. So the total number of lengths are 16. In question number 8, the diagram shows a triangular prism of length 12 centimeter. The cross section is a right angled triangle with the side 6 centimeter by 8 centimeter and 10 centimeter. On the grid, draw a net of this prism. Use a scale of 1 centimeter to represent 2 centimeter. Okay, on one face has been drawn for you. Okay, so if we consider this face, this would be the rectangle, so this would be 12 by 8, and on the grid this would be equals to 6. We need to do the half. 1 centimeter is representing 2 centimeters, so this would be 6 and this would be equals to 4. So 6 by 4, let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 1 2 3 4. So the base is drawn for us. Now let me find the other faces. If we can do with this face, this face is 12 and this side is 6. So when we do it on the grid, for the grid it would be 6 and this would be equals to 3, 6 and 3. So let me draw 6 and 3. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 1 2 3 till this point. This is another rectangle. Okay, now if we're considering this, the one that we can see is 12 and 10. So for the grid it would be 6 and 5. This would be changing to 5 6 5. So let me draw 6 and 5. So it would be 1 2 3 4 5 6, 1 2 3 4 5, this point. Okay, let me draw the cross sections that are the right angle triangle. This would be 8 and this would be 6. So this is 4 and 3. Okay, on both sides. 1 2 3 4 and 1 2 3. This is a cross section of this triangular prism, and same 1 2 3, this point, and the base is 4. Okay, so this is a net of the triangular prism. In question number 9, the students in a school each choose a piece of fruit to eat with their lunch. They can choose from either an apple, a banana, or an orange. Okay, in A part, on Monday, Claudia records the fruit chosen by 30 of her classmates. Okay, so the total classmates are 30. Their choices are given below, right? Now for the first part, complete the frequency table for the data. Okay, the fruits and the frequency. So first we need to pick the frequency for the fruit apple. So how many apples? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10. There are 10 apples. Okay, now let me do for bananas. Bananas are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 bananas. And the oranges left are orange. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So 12 oranges. Okay, now for the second part, on the grid below, draw a bar chart to show the data. Okay, so we need to draw the bar chart. As you can see, the fruits are horizontal and the frequencies are vertical. So the fruits are apples, bananas, and oranges. So apples are 10, bananas are 8, and oranges are 12. Okay, let me write down for apples first. Apples are 10. Right, so here is 10. Let me draw this bar chart for apple. This is representing apple. The next is banana, that is 8. Okay, so for banana is 8. And the last is orange, that is 12. Orange frequency is 12 at the top. So this bar chart is representing the frequency of orange. Okay. Now for the B part, on Tuesday, Ahmed records the fruit chosen by a random sample of 30 students in the lunch queue. His results are shown in the table below. The fruits and the frequency, apple is 8, banana is 15, and oranges are 7. Okay. Now for the first part, use Ahmed's result to estimate the probability that a student selected a random chooses and orange. So for orange, the frequency is 7 and the total number of students are 30. So the probability for orange would be 7 out of 30. Right. Now for the second part, there is a total of 180 students in a school. Now from 30, the number of students changes to 180. Use Ahmed's result to estimate the number of students in a school who chooses an apple on Tuesday. Now for apple, the frequency is 8 when the students are 30, right? Now for students and making a ratio with apples. Okay, when the students are 30, the apple frequency is 8, right? Now when the students changes to 180, so 30 changes to 180. How 30 changes to 180? So now the students are 180. So we know that 30 times 6 would be 180. So what is 8 times 6? Would be the number of apples. So 8 times 6 is 48. Now for question number 10, we need to factorize this expression. So that's pretty easy. Let me take 5 common. We are left with 5x minus 1. Now for the second part, first we need to take 2 common. We are left with x square minus 9y square. Now here we are going to use a formula of a square minus b square. So we have 2, we have x plus 3y and x minus 3y. Let me write down the factors. So 2 into x plus 3y into x minus 3y. Now for question number 11, in A part, we need to write this number in standard form. Okay, so moving the decimal point to the right side, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 8.45 times 10 exponent negative 5 because we are moving to the point to the right. Okay, now for the B part, we have given P and Q. Evaluate the following. Give each answer in standard form. For the first, we need to find P plus Q. Okay, let me add the numbers. 2.7 times 10 exponent 11 plus 9 times 10 exponent 12. Okay, so we can add them when they have the same powers and the same exponents. Okay, how can we make the same exponents 12? Let me make this 12 by moving this point to the left. 0.27 times 10 exponent 12 plus 9 times 10 exponent 12. Now we can make 10 exponent 12 common. We are left with 0.27 plus 9. So 0.27 plus 9, it would be 9.27 times 10 exponent 12. Now for the second part, we need to divide P and Q. So P divides Q. So P is 2.7 times 10 exponent 11 over 9 times 10 exponent 12. Okay, so if I can make it exponent 10 by removing this decimal point, it would be 227 times 10 exponent 10. over 9 times 10 exponent 12. 9 times 1 is 9 and 9 times 3 is 27. So 3 times 10 exponent 10 minus 12. So this would be equals to 3 times 10 exponent negative 2, because 10 minus 12 would be negative of 2. Now for question number 12, the rth term of the sequence UR is given by this expression. In the first part, find the third term U3 in this sequence. Okay, so for the third term, just substitute R equals to 3. So U3 would be equals to 3 times 3 plus 2. So 3 times 3 is 9 and 9 plus 2 would be equals to 11. So the third term of this sequence is 11. Now for the second part, given that UK is 50, find the value of K. Okay, so if UK is 50, so just replace R with K. So 3K plus 2 would be equals to 50. So 3K would be equals to 50 minus 2, and this would be equals to 48. So K would be equals to 48 divides 3. 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 1 is 3, and 3 times 6 would be 18. So the value of K is 16. Now for question number 13, A, B, C, D and E are the points on the circumference of a circle center O. So we have given a circle, its center is O, and A, B, C, D and E. These are the points on the circumference of a circle. Right. Tangent AF. We have a tangent AF touches the circle at A. At A, it touches the circle. O is the midpoint of AD. O is the midpoint of A to D, okay, and DOE, we have DOE, this angle is 138, and BEO, this angle is 12 degrees. In A part, we need to find the angle EAD. Okay, so we have EAD. By using the triangle ADE, E, A and D. This angle we need to find. Okay, so as we know that the angle at the center of this triangle AED, this triangle, the angle at the center is 138. So the angle on the circumference must be half of the angle at the center. So this would be 138 divides 2. 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 6 is 12, and 2 times 9 is 18. So this angle is 69. This angle E is also 69 degree, and this D is also 69. Right? So let me write down, this is 69 degrees. Now for the B part, find EAF. Okay, where is EAF? EAF, this angle we need to find. Okay, so as we know, D to A, this is a diameter of a circle, right? And this is a tangent, so this angle is 90 degree. To find this angle, this one is 69. To find this angle, what we need to do? We need to do 90 subtract 69. We will get this angle. Okay, so 90 take away 69, we have 8 over here, 1, and 10 minus 9 would be 1, and 8 minus 6 is 2. So this angle is 21 degrees. Now for the C part, we need to find BEA. BEA, this angle we need to find. Okay, so as we know that this complete angle is a sum is 69, right? So this whole angle is 69. So what would be this angle? So this would be 69 minus 12. So 69 subtract 12 degree, we will get this angle BEA. So if I can do it over here, 69 take away 12, so 9 subtract 2 would be equals to 7, and 6 minus 1 is 5. So this angle is 57. So this one is 57 degrees. So here it is 57 degrees. Now for the D part, we need to find BCD. Where is BCD? BCD, this angle we have to find. Okay, for this angle, if we consider the quadrilateral BCDE, this quadrilateral, and as we know that the opposite angle of a quadrilateral always sum up to 180, so angle C, its opposite is angle E, its sum up is this one, this angle, its sum is 180 degree. So this angle is 12, this would be 21, right, and the sum would be 180. So how can we find angle C? So for angle C, we can say angle C plus angle E, its sum is 180. We need to find angle C. Angle E is these two, 12 and 21. So 12 plus 21 would be 180. So what is 12 plus 21? So this would be 2 plus 1 is 3, and 1 plus 2 is 3, 33. This would be 180. So angle C we will get is 180 minus 33 degrees. So let me do it. 180 take away 33. So we have 7 over here, and 10, 10 minus 3 is 7. And for the next we have 7 minus 3 would be equals to 4 and 1. So that angle is 147. Let me write it down. So this is 147 degrees. Now question number 14. The diagram shows a plan of a garden A, B, C, D. Okay, so this is a plan of a garden, as you can see in the diagram, A, B, C, and D. Now for the first part, use a straight edge and compasses only to construct the locus of a point inside ABCD that are. So keep in mind we need to work inside of ABCD. Now for the first one, that is equidistant from A and B. It means we need to draw the perpendicular bisector of A and B. Okay. So let me draw the perpendicular bisector. For this we need a compass, and we need to open a compass that is more than half of the length of AB. Put it on A and draw an arc that must be inside and outside. Do the same on the side B, outside and inside. Okay, now we have a point of intersection, this point and this point. Let me connect these 2 points, but must be inside. So draw the straight line that is inside of ABCD. Now for the second part, equidistant from CD and AD. So CD and AD, it means this is CD and this is AD. So we need to draw the perpendicular bisector of angle D. So for this we need to open the compass, put it on D and cut AD, same cut CD, right? Now put at this point and draw another arc, and from here let me extend this arc. Yes, and do the same on this one. Yes. Okay, we need this point of intersection connected with the point D, but must work inside of the shape ABCD. Okay, so we have done with A part. Now for the B part, Stephen wants to plant tree in the garden. He wants the tree to be nearer to A than to B. Okay, it must be closer to A. this much not to B, so this side, right? Okay, and nearer to CD than to AD. CD then to AD, shade the region inside the garden where Stephen can plant the tree. CD then to AD, near to CD. C to D, where is CD? This is CD. This is would be closer to CD than to AD. Okay, closer to A, right? This portion, and closer to CD. So this would be the shaded region. Right. Now for question number 15, we have given a matrix T. We need to find the inverse of a matrix T, as we know that the inverse of a matrix is equals to adjoint of that matrix over the determinant of that matrix, right? So first we need to find the determinant of a matrix T. This would be equals to 2 times 5 is 10 minus 1 times 7 is 7, so the determinant is 3. So it would be 1 out of 3, and for the adjoint of 2 cross 2 matrix, we need to change the position. 2 and 5 become 5 and 2, and we need to change the sign. 7 1 would be -7 and -1, so this would be T inverse. Or if I can write it over here, 1 out of 3, 5 minus 1 minus 7 and 2. Now for number 16, we have given the expression of C in terms of AB. Rearrange the formulas to make B the subject. Okay, so how can we make B as a subject? So 5C would be equals to 3B square minus 2A. It's number 3. Okay, so 5C plus 2A, this would be equals to 3B square. So 5C plus 2A dividing by 3 would be equals to B square. Now to get the value for B, we need to do the square root. So B would be equals to square root of 5C plus 2A over 3. Okay. Now for question number 17, a line segment AB joins A to B. In the first part, we need to find the coordinates of the midpoint of AB. Okay, so here we need to use a formula of the midpoint. So midpoint formula is equals to x1 plus x2 divides 2 and y1 plus y2 divides 2. Okay, so we have x1, y1, x2, y2. So 3 minus 1 divides 2, and the other is 2 plus 10 divides 2, right? So this would be equals to 2 divides 2, and we have 12 divides 2. So 2 by 2 is 1 and 12 by 2 is 6. So 1, 6 is the midpoint of a line AB. Now for the B part, find the equation of perpendicular bisector of AB. Okay, so for perpendicular bisector of AB, we need to find the slope of AB, and then we need to do the negative reciprocal of that slope for the perpendicular. So first we need to find the slope of AB. This would be equals to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, right? Okay, so we have x1, y1, x2, y2, y2 minus y1. This would be 10 minus 2 over minus 1 minus 3. This would be equals to 8 over -4. So this would be negative of 2, right? Now we need to find the perpendicular slope, perpendicular. So negative reciprocal of -2 would be 1 by 2. Okay, now the equation of, we need to find the equation. So the equation of line is y equals to mx plus b. So m is 1 by 2, 1 by 2x plus b. And to get the value for b, we need to use the midpoint 1, 6 to get the value for b. So y is 6 and the x is 1 plus b. So 6 minus 1 by 2, this would be equals to 2 times 6 would be 12. So we have 12 minus 1 would be equals to 11. So 11 by 2 would be equals to b, right? Now the equation is y equals to 1 by 2x plus 11 by 2. This is the equation of perpendicular bisector of AB. Now for question number 18, Jim plays for his local football team. The probability that he plays in the next match is 0.7. If Jim plays in the match, the probability of his team wins is 0.8, and if Jim does not play in the match, the probability that his team wins is 0.6. Now in the first part, we need to complete the tree diagram. Okay, so here we have given Jim plays and Jim does not play. As we know, when he plays, the probability is 0.7. So Jim plays is 0.7, and if he does not play would be 0.3. Total would be 1, right? So if Jim plays, the team wins is 0.8, and when team does not win, so the left would be 0.2. Okay, and when Jim does not play, the team wins, the probability 0.6 that is given to us, and if the team does not win, the left would be 0.4. Right, now for the B part, calculate the probability that Jim's team wins their next match. Okay, so for win, if he plays and team wins, if he does not plays and the team wins, right? So 0.7 times 8 and 0.3 times 0.6. So 0.7 times 0.8 plus 0.3 times 0.6. Okay, so 7 times 8 would be 56, so it would be 0.56, and 3 times 6 is 18, so 0.18. So let me add these two numbers, 0.56 and 0.18. Okay, so 6 plus 8 is 14, 5, 6, 7 and 0. So the probability that his team wins their next match is 0.74. Question number 19. The diagram shows a triangle ABC. D is a point on AC, D is a point on A to C, such that angle BDC is equals to angle ABC. This angle would be equals to this angle. Now for the first part, explain why the triangle BDC is similar to the triangle ABC. Give a reason of each statement you make. Okay, so we need to show that the two triangles are similar, and it is really easy to show the two triangles are similar when one triangle is inside of the other. So the first information, as you can see, the triangle ABC and DBC, angle C is common in both triangle, right? So we can say that ACB is equals to DCB. Common angle is the reason for the first statement. Okay, now we have given this information that these two angles are same, so we can say that BDC would be equals to ABC. So given this information is given to us, so angle C is common, this angle B and angle D is same, so we are just left with angle A, and ABC, the angle A is left, and DBC, this angle B is left, and the third angle of the triangle must be equal. So we can say that the angle BAC must be equals to DBC. DBC, this is a third angle. So we can say by angle postulate, triangle BDC is similar to triangle ABC. Right. Now for the B part, we have given the information that AC is 10 centimeter, BC is 8 centimeter, BD is 6 centimeter. We need to calculate AB. So for this, let me draw both of the triangles here separately. So we have the triangle ABC. Yeah, let me say this is a triangle ABC. We have A, B, and C, right? And the other triangle, let me draw it over here, BDC, the smaller one. This is BDC. This angle D is similar to, equals to angle B, right? AC is 10 centimeter. A to C is 10. B to C is 8. This BC is also 8. And B to D is 6. We need to find AB. This side we need to find. Here we are going to use the concept of similar triangle. So this AB side is similar to 6. So we can say that x over 6 would be equals to the front side of this angle B is 10 over this angle D is 8, because B and D is same, over 8. Now we can do a cross multiplication and easily find the value for x. X would be equals to 10 divides 8 times 6. So this would be equals to 10 times 6 would be 60 divides 8. So 8 times 1 is 8. 8 times 7. 8 times 7 is 56. Okay, let me divide it separately. 8 and 60. 8 times 7 is 56. And we are left with 4 and a decimal and 0. It would be 40, and 8 times 5 is 40. Yes. This would be easy now. It's 7.5. So the side AB is 7.5 centimeter. Now question number 20 in A part, on the Venn diagram shade the region represented by B intersection A. B complement intersection A. So B complement is a region that is outside of this circle, all the region that is outside of this B, and its intersection with A is just this region. So let me shade it. So this would be the region, B intersection A complement, right? This would be the shaded region. Now for the B part, here is some information about 100 people who visit a cafeteria. So the total number of people are 100, keep in mind. 32 drink coffee, C. 40 drink tea, and 50 eats pastry, P. 18 drinks tea and eat a pastry. 18 drink coffee and eat a pastry. Coffee and pastry, their intersection is 18. Okay. 21 drinks tea and eat a pastry. So tea and eat a pastry, it's 21. Okay. Now let's see what are left. So for coffee, this must be 32. And here we have coffee, we have 18. So we can find it, 32 subtract 18. So we are left with 2 over here, and 12. 12 minus 8 is 4. Yes, 12 minus 8 is 4. And 2 minus 1 is 1. 14. So we are left with 14 over here. Now let me do for the tea. So how many drink tea? 40, and we are 21 over here. So 21, 40 subtract 21. We are left with 3 and 10. So 10 minus 1 would be equals to 9, and 3 minus 2 would be 1. So the 19 over here, and 50 for the pastry. So the sum, what is the sum of 21 and 18? So 18 and 21. So 8 plus 1 would be equals to 9, and 2 plus 1 is 3, so 39. And the total must be 50 for the pastry. So we can do 50 subtract 39. So we have 4, and 10 minus 9 is 1, and 4 minus 3 is 1. So we have 11 in the middle for the pastry. Okay, and the total must be 100. So let's see what is left. 19 and 21, 11, 18, 14. We need to add all of them. So let me add it over here. 19, 21, 11, 18, and 14. Okay. 9 plus 1, 10. 10 plus 1, 11. Plus 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So 23. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8, 83. And the total are 100. So 100 subtract 83 would be the number, the people that are outside. So 100 subtract 83. So we are left with 9 and 1 over here. So 10 minus 3 would be 7, and 9 minus 8 would be 1. 17. Yes. So we have completed the Venn diagram. For the second part, find the number of T union P union C complement. T, P, C, their union, and the complement that is outside. So it is just 17. So how many? We need to find the numbers, but there is just one number, that is the complement of T union P union C. Now question number 21. Shapes A and B are drawn on the grid. As we can see, A and B. Now for the first part, draw the image of shape A after a translation with the vector -4 and 1. We need to draw, we need to do the translation of A by -4 and 1. So -4 and 1, it means we need to move 4 units to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 up. So this point. For this 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 up. This point. For this 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 up. So from this point, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 up. So after applying a transformation, the image shape of A would be this. Okay. So now for the B part, draw the image of shape A after an enlargement with the scale factor -1/2 and center 0, 1. 1, 0. Okay, so first we need to find the center 1, 0. This is a center 1, 0, right? Let me name the sides of this shape A is A, B, C, and D. Okay. So what is A from this center? So using this center, so from center we have no movement to the horizontally, we have just vertically 1, 2, 2 units down. So the A would be 0 and -2. Now for B we have 1, 2 and 1, 2. So we have 2 to the right and 2 down. And for C we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Just D. Let me find for C first. So for C we have C's over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 to the right and 1, 2, 3, 4 down. So 4 and -4. And now for D. D is just 1, 2, 3, 4 down. 0 and -4. Okay, so since the scale factor is -1/2, so we need to multiply it with a -1/2. All the images are going to multiply with -1/2, -1/2, -1/2, and -1/2. We will get the new one. So this would be 0 and 1, and this would be -1 and 1. This is -2 and 2, and this point would be 0 and 2. This is -1 by 2, 0, 2. Okay, so from the center, that is 1, 0, we need to move 0 and 1. So when we move 0, so no movement horizontally, just vertically 1. So this would be the new point, 1, 1. Now -1 and 1. From this, -1 and 1. This point. This point is 0, 1. Yes. Now for C, -2 and 2. So from this point, -2, 1 and 2, and 2, 1 and 2. Okay. And for D, we have 0, 2. So D, we have 0 and just 2, 1 and 2. This. So after an enlargement of shape A with a scale factor of -1 by 2 and center 1, 0, this would be the shape of A. This is also A. Okay, now for the C part, shape A is mapped onto shape B by the single transformation P. Describe fully the transformation P. A is mapped onto P. This is A and this is, sorry, B. A to B. It is obvious that it is a reflection, and this point would be this point. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is a reflection across x-axis or along a line y equals to 0. So we can write down that it is a reflection in a line y equals to 0, or we can say x-axis. Now for the second part, find the matrix representing the transformation P. Okay, so for the matrix, as you can see, the shape A is in the fourth quadrant and it's reflected in the first quadrant. All the x values stays the same, just the y values are changed from negative to positive. Okay, so the matrix, it would be 1, 0, 0 and -1. Basically it is 1, 0, 0, 1. So x values are same, the y values are negative. Now for question number 22, solve the simultaneous equations, show your work. Okay, so we can solve the system of linear equation by the method of substitution or method of elimination. So here I would like to use a method of elimination. So if I can multiply my first equation with 3 and my second equation with -2, and then we can cancel the x. 2 times 3 is 6x. Plus 3 times 3 is 9y, equals to 4 times 3 would be 12. And 3 times -2 is -6x, 2 times 2, -4y, and 2 times 11 is -22. Now let me add these two equations. So from here, +6x and -6x would be 0, and 9 minus 4 would be equals to 5y. And we have 12 subtract 22, that would be -10. So y would be equals to -10 divides 5. So 5 times 2 is 10, y is -2. Okay, now let me find x by substituting the x into any of the equation 1 or 2. So let me put it on equation 1. So 2x plus 3 times -2 would be equals to 4. And we have 2x -2 times 3 times 2 is 6, sorry, would be equals to 4. So 2x would be equals to 4 plus 6, this would be 10, and x would be equals to 10 divides 2. 2 times 5 is 10. So x is 5 and y is -2. Now question number 23, solve the equation. So let me solve it. First we need to multiply 2x square. 4 is 8x plus x plus 4. This would be 22. 2x square plus 9x plus 4 minus 22 would be equals to 0. So from 22 we have to take away 4. So 2x square plus 9x minus 18 would be equals to 0. Okay. Now we have a quadratic equation. We can solve it by using factorization. So what is 2 times of 18? So 18 times 2, 2 times 8 is 16. 2 times 1 is 2 and 3, 36. Okay. So 2 times 18 is 36. We need to find the two numbers. The product must be 36 and their sum or difference must be 9. 12 times 3 is 36. Right? 36, sorry. And when we do 12 minus 3, this would be 9. Yes, let's break the midterm. So 2x square plus 12x minus 3x minus 18 would be equals to 0. Let me take 2x common and we are left with x plus 6. Negative 3 common, x plus 6. So we have a factor x plus 6 and 2x minus 3 would be equals to 0. We need to find the values of x. We need to put the factors separately equals to 0. So x plus 6 would be equals to 0. So from here x would be negative of 6. And the other factor 2x minus 3 would be equals to 0. So from here x would be equals to 3 by 2. Right. So this is the last question of our paper. If you have any queries, you can let me know in a comment section and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Take care.